12 News this morning. Some local mayors say the way the state's getting out COVID vaccines is unconscionable, and they put it in writing. You're going to hear their plea to the governor.
And more Publix vaccines appointments open tomorrow. What changes you could expect to see on the website.
And terror warning. We have the details on a rare alert about the potential for more extremist violence after the Capitol riot.
It's a new day. This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
Hey there, happy Friday Eve, everybody. I'm Matt Lincoln.
I'm Ashley Glass. Let's go right to Chris, check on that forecast, because I laid out the warmest coats that my Florida kids have at their disposal.
And they'll need them. They'll need them in
enough.
a couple of hours. They'll need them in a couple. In fact, I just checked, and Vero Beach, the cold front is just now beginning to move into Indian River County. So in Palm Beach County and Martin and St. Louis County, it's kind of calm and a little bit cloudy, a little bit mild. But in Indian River County, the cold front is just beginning to move in. The winds just turned northwest and they're gusting to 21 miles an hour. Gradually, that front will move through the rest of the area by mid-morning, and we will all feel that winter chill. And it is a cold wind that's going to be blowing in, too. All right, temperatures aren't too bad right now. From West Palm at 71 to Wellington, we're at 69. It's very mild, little fog around, not much wind. Treasure Coast is very mild in Port St. Lucie, 67. Stewart, 70. Fort Pierce, 71. Vero Beach, the weather station there just showed the wind coming in northwest at 21 miles an hour with a gust. That's the cold rear beginning to move in right there. We're going to track that and all your Thursday weather in just a minute. Time for traffic. Here's Sam.
Thanks, Chris. It's 6:01, and we just had some construction clear up in Port St. Lucie, so I want to let you know if you're trying to get on the turnpike here and heading south, the entrance ramp to the turnpike at Port St. Lucie Boulevard is now back open. So we are looking good along the Treasure Coast. All of our overnight construction is now clear. As you make your way out on I-95 and the turnpike through the Port St. Lucie area, traffic is running smoothly on our major highways. Traffic Tracker 12 is in Palm Beach County right now. This is a look for you as we head south along Australian Avenue through West Palm Beach. We're also looking good on our side streets so far this morning. We will track your drive times coming up in just a little bit. Matt and Ashley.
All right, Sam, 6:01. Let's get right to this. Mayors of 3 western Palm Beach County cities are pressing Governor DeSantis to find a better way to distribute COVID vaccines.
And they say the biggest problem is transportation. You see, residents in Belglade, Pahokee, and South Bay have to travel up to 32 miles to get to their nearest Publix location. In a letter to the governor, the mayors say many Glades residents do not have cars and they depend on public transportation. The mayors wrote, quote, "This is simply unacceptable and quite frankly unconscionable. Placing such a barrier on an already vulnerable, highly underserved population cannot be allowed to happen." They suggest having the state partner with CVS or Walgreens because their locations are available.
And our senior citizens still frustrated with just trying to get this COVID vaccine.
Many of their complaints stem from the Publix website as people wait to get through to get that appointment. Let's get over to CBS 12's Kara Duffy. She's live from Publix in West Palm Beach. Kara, is navigating the site, could that soon get a little bit easier?
Yeah, Matt, Ashley, the next time for people to register will be tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And when seniors log onto the site, they will notice a few changes and upgrades. Now, first, Publix is now offering for the first time that if one person is able to get through onto the site, they're able to book appointments for up to 4 people. As we've heard from so many viewers in the past, some people logging on the same time as their spouse or family member, only for one person to get the appointment while the other didn't. The site now also has a countdown clock on it so people can verify that the webpage is refreshing. Florida seniors we spoke to are hopeful the changes will help as they remain very frustrated and discouraged by the whole process.
I drive any place. I'll go 60 miles if I have to. I've given up on it. I figured I'll wait till next week when all the younger people have gotten it.
Another upgrade to the site, the number of available appointments by county throughout the state will now show up on the website, frequently updating. Again, registration will open tomorrow at 6 a.m. In the meantime, we are told that they will have up to 37,000 appointments available statewide, up for grabs at that time. Matt, Ashley, back to you.
All right, Kara, thank you. A court ruled it will not overturn Palm Beach County's mask mandate. About 7 months ago, a group of residents filed a case over the order. The state appeals court ruled the mask mandate does not violate a constitutional right. Instead, it's protecting the health of the people.
We have some new information about the spread of COVID in schools this morning. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says there's little transmission in the classroom.
Let's get over to Terry now with more on this new study. Terry?
Hey, good morning. A lot of new information here. So the majority of students in Palm Beach County are still distance learning at this time, but this new research suggests they might be safe heading back to the classroom. So the new CDC study looked at a 3-month period of classes in more than a dozen schools in Wisconsin. So scientists say each school observed strict safety protocols. During that time period, 191 students and staff there were diagnosed with COVID. But only 7 of the cases could be linked to in-school transmission. So take a look at this graph here. The dotted line on the bottom shows the infection rate in schools in this area. The solid line shows the total number of cases in the area as well. You can see that number a lot larger there. Now here in Palm Beach County, we've seen the district average about 500 new cases a month. That compares to 500 cases per day. But some teachers say 500 cases a month is still too many to get them back in the classroom.
500 cases a month in our schools. If you think that's, relatively low, so be it. To me, I will err on the safe side.
So there are other reports outside of our country that discuss outbreaks inside of schools, but the contributing factors there, crowded classrooms, non-universal face mask usage, along with recirculated air in closed environment. So we do know the president wants to get most schools back open. He announced new guidelines with the goal to get schools back open in 100 days. So this new study, some welcome news, Ashley.
All right, Terry, while we're talking about schools here, choice application deadline for the Palm Beach County School District, it's Friday. So this program allows students to enroll in innovative curriculum. You can only select 2 choice programs. The random lottery will be in March. Now to apply, just head over to mypbcchoiceapp.com.
And CBS 12 News will be following the governor's news conference today from the state capitol. It starts at 9 this morning. You can watch it on CBS12.com and also on our free CBS 12 News app. Let's get back to Chris. That cold front's coming.
Yeah, it's on the way. In fact, if you're in Indian River County, you're near Sebastian or Vero Beach, you can feel that cold air beginning to blow in right there. The rest of us will feel it in just a couple of short hours. This is a dry front. There's no rain with it. There's one little tiny shower offshore, but that's it. So let's go hour by hour and see when the front moves in. This is 7 a.m. It's moving through Indian River County, Port St. Lucie, and Fort Pierce. There may be a little shower somewhere ahead of the front. But at 7 a.m., it's still fairly mild in Palm Beach County, 65, Vero Beach, 64. But you'll feel that cold, gusty winds. Now, here's 9 a.m., and that front's pushing quickly through Palm Beach County. The wind is picking up. The wind's forecast to gust today over 30 to 35 miles an hour at times. So that's a cold, gusty wind. 9 a.m. we're in the 60s. Look at the noon temperature. 70 if we get to 70. Remember, yesterday we had record highs around 86. Yeah, yesterday records in the 80s. Today only near 70 with that cold, gusty wind. And during the mid-afternoon at 3 o'clock, we're only in the low 60s. Vero, Fort Pierce, 62, and West Palm, 68. In the sunshine, 68 degrees and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yesterday afternoon was about 85, so that's much colder air blowing in. Look at tomorrow morning. We're going to wake up about 58 near the coast and beach, 53 inland, even some 40s around the lake. So it'll be a little bit colder tonight and cool and windy tomorrow, with highs again only in the 60s. I got the 7-day forecast coming up and another cold front coming too. Oh yeah, it is wintertime. All right, we'll track that in just a minute. Time for traffic here, Sam.
Thanks, Chris. Checking in on some of our side streets this morning, where we're looking good here. If you're heading out of Wellington, making that drive back east towards I-95 along Southern Boulevard, you are not going to run into any issues right now. From 441 over to I-95, it is a quick 9-minute ride for you right now along Southern Boulevard. If you're hopping on the interstate, maybe you're traveling north up to the Treasure Coast. Again, we are looking good on our major highways here. I-95 running right at 70 miles an hour between West Palm Beach and Port St. Lucie. That drive will take you about 40 minutes in either direction. Matt and Ashley.
Sam, thank you. Still ahead. A tornado rips through Florida's capital. We'll tell you where we saw the most damage.
And the Department of Homeland Security issues a rare warning here about the potential for more violence across the country. We'll tell you what's stoking this fire yet again. And before we go to a quick break, let's take a live look. What a